Hi, welcome to APAD at home. I'm at home because, we're allowed to be at home and I'm not outdoors. So instead of being APAD outdoors, I thought I'd say APAD out home just because. In part 1, which is my previous video, you can find the link to that literally in the description if you don't want to look. In this video, we're going to talk about my bug out bag. We looked at my response pack, the EDC response pack. We did that in part 1. In this video, in part 2, we're going to talk about my bug out bag. Unfortunately, I've got a lot of things either side of me, so I'm going to clear this space. I'm going to grab the bag from underneath the table and then I'm going to lay it out for you all to see what I carry. Here we have it. This is my bug out bag without obviously my camel pack for the water. Apart from that, this is always packed, ready to grab, ready to go. Very much the same as my response pack. Going from left to right, then obviously here we've got a huge Snugpak stuff sack. Within inside this stuff sack, you wouldn't believe it, but there is my hammock, underquilt, top quilt, underquilt protector, and another blanket for an extra bit of warmth, all of which resides in this bag all the time. So I've got my hammock there. Next to this is my tarp within inside a snakeskin. This tarp is so easy to put out. Not only have I got the option of using my ridgeline, which is ready to go at any point in time, but I've also had extra tie outs put onto that, so I don't actually need to have a ridgeline. I can either tie off between 2 trees or I can tie off between my walking poles, my walking sticks. Underneath here in this nice bright orange stuff sack is actually a pillow, and then here I've got some spare warm kit, a spare jumper and t-shirt, a pair of socks and a pair of boxers. So I've always got a pair of dry kit for the evenings. If I'm getting wet during the day, at least in the evenings I've got something dry that I can be putting on. Obviously I've got a plate for food, billy can for cooking or boiling up hot water. I've got some Trangia fuel. Here is a flex tail lantern. Obviously keep on the lower settings, you don't want to be drawing too much attention to yourself. In this box here I've got a fire lighting kit, I've got fat wood in there, I've got wood shavings, I've got flint and steel, there's cotton buds, there's matches, there's even waterproof matches that I got out of one of my ration packs, my MOD ration packs a long time ago. Here I've got a sleeping pad, so just in case I don't want to be up in the hammock, I can put that down somewhere safe. Obviously I would need to make sure that the ground isn't going to puncture that. Here I've got my tent peg, so I've got some wash kit, I've got a knife sharpener, these are tent poles, so these tent poles go across the top of the ridge line. It holds out the sides of the tarp and it just gives you a bit more of a livable area within inside that. I've got obviously my hatchet, some duct tape because you never know when you need that, Trangia stove itself, flex tail air pump for the climate, mattress, also that sucks air out of things, and it's also a lantern as well if I want something a little bit brighter, and the battery on this one goes. First aid kit, knife, and gone boy, big boy. This silky big boy is a mean bit of kit. I don't advise having the big boy because as it is what it says on the tin, it is a big boy. I rarely use it. I do have a pocket one in my other kit, which is another video altogether. However, here we have my bug out bag. Here we have a bag I can grab at any point in time, go off up the woods, be able to survive from this kit alone. For my next video that I'm going to be showing you, it's going to be more family orientated. My Snugpak Response Pak, grab baggies, everyday carry sort of thing. This is if I'm going up the woods for a day or two, I can take all of this with me and be happy, be able to survive. If shit really is about to hit the fan and I need to bug out, it's not this kit I'm going to be grabbing. It's going to be my boot box and my spares box, and I'm going to go through them with you as well. Now, part 3 is going to be more family orientated. We're a family of 3, so I've got to bear in mind a family of 3 for when or if we ever need to bug out. But for now, I'm going to put this kit back into that Bergen, and then I can start showing you everything I got in a scenario. If the grid was to go down, I can use this kit. If I needed to bug out, I can use this kit. If I have any form of scenario which means that we need to block out the windows, shut up the doors, blockade ourselves in, I can also use the items within these 2 boxes. So let me get this packed up, and then later on you click on part 3 where it'll be a family of 3 bug out scenario and bug out box. Thank you.